Hello friends, this is Vedic Astrology by Rani and I'm here to talk about for a subject that I received hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of messages. People want to know why some people get baldness at such a young age and if there is any remedies. Before I start, I want to remind you, yes, there are remedies, and that's why if you use the knowledge of astrology, it can oftentimes decrease the negative impacts of planets on us. But if you come to an astrologer after you're gone bald, then it's almost impossible to reverse it. So, knowledge is power. Keep learning and keep coming back here to know more and more about the subjects that can possibly benefit you to decrease the negative impacts of some planets. Now, how do we know who will get bald? So, um, in the horoscope of a person, the facial beauty here is, of course, seen from the second house and the sign of Taurus. So, what we need to do is we need to see the condition of the second house and the condition of the sign Taurus. Um, Yes, guys, if you have a malefic planets in your second house and you have Ketu, Sun, and Saturn, one or more of these planets, it will give you baldness. So now, Rahu also gives baldness if it's in the sign of Taurus or in the second house. But it will then, if it cause baldness, will give you also opportunity to have hair transplants if you're open to that, and that is going to be your free will choice, so that you can at least prevent the appearance of baldness in your personality. Now, how come Rahu have a remedy? Because Rahu knows how to resolve the barriers of difficulties if you are willing to fix those problems. Now, when the other above mentioned planets wants to give you baldness, somehow you will end up having a no solution to get rid of the baldness. But there are some remedies that can decrease the possibility. We'll talk about it. If the Lord of second house or of Taurus, which is Venus, it's with Ketu in the 6th, 8th, or 12th house, it will have a chance of causing you baldness. Now, Ketu is a sign of detachment and moksha. It doesn't like anything that's beautiful. So, wherever in your chart Ketu is making its impact, it will take away those things from you. So, knowledge is power. So, understand those things. If Ketu is impact your second house at any time in your life or at birth, it will take away the beauty of your facial experience, including your beautiful hair, causing you baldness. You will see this happening in the Mahadasha of Ketu, and you will. Some people also will experience acne and pimples, kind of growth on your face. Usually, most remedies may not work if Ketu is the cause of your hair. Because Ketu says if you have experienced those beautiful things in your previous life, you don't need to know now. So remember, I have spoken about this in other videos that Ketu in this life, let's say Ketu is placed in your 5th house, then you probably will not be too much into taking care of children. Not that you're negligent, but you will not be too attached excessively with that. You will be, you will know, okay, I have to raise children. So Ketu has a way of making us detach from the things we have already done. So if Ketu is in your 2nd house, then you have a good chance of not having hair. Now remember, condition of Ketu, where it is, how aspects and many other factors will play its role. There's a lot of details which I will not be covering in this short video. So let's talk about now another planet, Saturn, what it has a role in the baldness. It's a very cold planet and putting a lot of restrictions on our life, and it causes a lot of delays and anxiety and frustration. When Saturn is in the 2nd house or it's in the sign of Taurus, it has a chance of giving you baldness, but it will be very slow. It's not like suddenly at 25 you're bald. You may certain age, let's say in your late 20s, you're noticing your hair is a little bit thinning. In the next 15-20 years later, you will say, okay, I'm now bald. By then it's usually too late to do anything. So if you can find out from a qualified professional astrologer that you have this placement along with some other things, maybe you can do some remedies for Saturn, which we may talk about it if I have chance in this video. Now, so second, it's as a lord of the second house, if it's placed in the 6th, 12th, also cause baldness. Saturn in the sign of Taurus with debilitated Venus will also cause baldness, or Venus in bad dignity also causes baldness. Now, Sun also can cause baldness. What kind of baldness it will cause? It's because Sun is really not a fully malefic planet. It is a mild in its nature, so wherever it will be placed, it will burn that area, So if Sun is placed in the 2nd house or in the sign of Taurus, you will notice that those people will have a frontal baldness. So it will they will lose their hair in front slowly and slowly, and you will think they have a very wide forehead. So it will start like going backwards. Okay. Now, if the Sun is combusting Venus, or Venus is weak, and then you will also see chances of getting baldness. Now, one of the best remedies to decrease the baldness is to make your Rahu strong. Okay, if you have a Rahu strong, and those other remedies, if this is subject of another video, you can decrease and delay the possibility of baldness. So if you are going through the Mahadasha of Rahu, make sure you follow the rules of that planet and try to do good remedies for that, so that you don't lose your hair too badly. Since Rahu is known to give us a lot of worries and attention, anxiety, stress, it's a good reason to understand that medically it will affect your hair loss. So learn not to get stressed out. When you have problems in life, do deep breathing meditational exercises. Trust me, that will help you also not to get stressed. So problems are, when they're there. By you worrying, is not going to go away, right? If they can go away, let's start worrying. I will start worrying with each one of you. So try not to worry about those things. Okay. Just take care of handle them intelligently, find solutions, and if you can find, do remedies whenever is possible. Those who have the hair that are kind of coarse and sticky, they tend to have rough speech, causing stress in their relationship. So remedy to avoid in that case, for whatever plants may be causing, is don't talk roughly with people. Be gentle, be sweet. And then also on Wednesdays, you can give free food to small young girls, like in India they call it Kanya Devis. Yeah, to give them free food to the needy girls, not to your rich friends or who don't even need it. Put some effort, find some young little girls who can use your help. Now, Mercury, Venus, Sun and Moon are of course planets that also affect your hair. Strengthening these planets, if they are ill placed in your chart, is a great idea. You can prevent baldness then. Okay. And if you, for example, if you have a weak Mercury and you are in the Mahadasha of that planet, then do the remedies of Mercury. And if you have a weak Sun in the Mercury Mahadasha, it will then start shedding hairs. Weak Moon also can cause worries and making your hair thinner. Remember, worries caused by weak Moon, yes, it will start thinning your hair. So you should do meditation, yoga to keep your mind relaxed. Now, if Mars and Rahus are weak, it makes the hair rough and coarse, and then those people, they have to work very, very hard to get success. And that excessive hard work, some people don't know how to stay relaxed if they have to do that. Then of course, if you don't know how to relax your mind, then you will have process of baldness happening to you. Now, the biggest of all is weak Venus. Your efforts to look good and real good clothes, as they, it helps people to succeed in their life. It's kind of true. Many times I have seen that people who take good care of themselves, especially in the Western culture, those tend to attract success also. And definitely, of all the remedies I have said, if I were to pick only one, I will say, if you are told you have a weak Venus, do remedies of Venus. And above all, please always sleep good. A good night's sleep can also help nourish your hair so they will not fall. Now, before I go, I missed to say that if Lagna and the second and the 12th houses have negative planets like Rahu, that also causes baldness. I will be talking more about this topic in my future videos, but in the meantime, I'm just testing to see how many of you actually like this video's topic, and leave me a comments here so I can understand what is that you guys are liking or not liking. And instead of sending me messages in my inbox, which I never get to read until many months later, if I do at all, your leaving messages here will help me. And please like my video, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon there, and show me appreciation. Leave your comments here too, and see you next time. Thank you.